Okay, so in this video, we are taking a look at the whole family, the entire family of the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8, right? So we have the Tab S8, I'm struggling here, Tab S8 Plus, and the Tab S8 Ultra here. Which one should you go for? Let's go ahead and talk about it. Now, first things first, this video is not set to be very comprehensive, right? So if you want to know or want to learn more about either one of these three tablets, make sure to check out the full reviews that I've made on all of them. Now, starting off with the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 here, what you have here is what I call the perfect tablet in terms of just the size. It's kind of like the blend of, you know, a mix of the best of both worlds, right? Both of these worlds, the 8 Plus and the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 Ultra there. The size, 11 inches, I think this is just perfect for most people. Someone like myself, it feels small, right? It feels like a very, maybe not small, but it just doesn't feel like a regular tablet in my hands. But I think this is the tablet that most people should go for. This is the one that offers you the best value, if you ask me, right? So you're looking at a TFT display, and like I like to say, it's not a TFT display that's made like the typical TFT display. Right? This is a high level, well calibrated, well worked on TFT display. Beautiful colors, right? Image is just so freaking sharp on this tablet here, right? So in terms of just the physical look of the tablet, sure, they all look alike, right? They all look just like this, but this is so very well built. It feels, you know, solid. It's not bulky or anything like that. It feels, you know, very dense, but at the same time, it's kind of light, right? Very, very portable for you to be on the go and just have this here, especially if you have the Samsung keyboard that comes in and you can just close it, fills and look like a laptop, right? So these are some of the things that you need to think about, right? Camera quality, very nice. You have, of course, that center stage, kind of like what is called auto framing on Samsung here, where the front facing camera here adjusts to make sure that during your video calls, everyone is in the frame. So you have more people coming in, then it would adjust, it will zoom out, it will zoom in to make sure that it keeps you in the frame. So as you move, it follows you. So these are some of the key features that came with this guy here. But we have a Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 here, and that of course is a top level chipset on the Android platform, right? So you could do your high level of gaming, you can do your video editing, you can whatever you want, you know, multitasking, all of that good stuff. You can do all of that. The only difference between this and the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 Plus and the S8 Ultra that I have here would be with the S Pen. Not because it's drastically different, but it will be just the latency, right? So the latency on the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 S Pen is supposed to be a tiny, like we're talking fraction of a second here. Literally, we're talking fractions of seconds. So something that you won't necessarily be able to feel, is not tangible enough. It is set to be a tiny bit slower than what you have on the Galaxy Tab S8 Plus and the S8 Ultra, which by the way, they have S Pens that have latency at 2.8 milliseconds for those pens. So those are some of the things to notice. Now, the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 Plus here, and at the end, of course, I'm going to go ahead and give you, if you are looking for this, if you're looking for that, if you're looking for this, then you should go for this or that tablet. But the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 Plus will be for those who want to experience that OLED display, right? That super AMOLED that Samsung is known for. Beautiful display, right? So the blacks are like inky black and the reds are like inky red. So good for watching movies. Plus, it's a larger tablet, right? You're looking at 12.4 inches in terms of just the size of the tablet. It gets a little bulky as you try to play video games with it, but in terms of just watching movies or watching videos, beautiful tablet to use for. Again, everything that I've listed on the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 is available on that. You have the same chipset, right? You have the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 on there also, and just like on the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8, you have 8 gigs of RAM. So Tab S8 and Tab S8 Plus, you have 8 gigs of RAM when it comes down to multitasking and keeping things open in the background, all that stuff. Same deal as what it was with the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8, right? You could toggle, all three of them support, you know, Samsung DeX. So take your productivity, boost it to another level using Samsung DeX. Like I said, you can connect the keyboard. It could be third party, it could be Samsung keyboard. You'll be able to use those without any issues. And of course, jumping on the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 Ultra that I have here, you have a Snapdragon 8 Gen 1. The difference here, of course, is the fact that this is a very thin tablet, but it's the largest tablet available right now. And it's probably the most beautiful tablet ever made. Yeah, I can still palm it with one hand. These are the flagship tablets that Samsung currently has, and if you are in the market for either one of these, there are a number of things to consider, right? I didn't want to dive, because this is not a review. If you want a review of these three, just jump on the channel, jump on the video tab and pick one, and I've made already a bunch of videos on them. Now, I'm gonna say this: if you are just a regular person and you want the best tablet at the best price, most affordable price, Samsung Galaxy Tab S8, that's your guy, right? Because at $699, you'll be able to get everything you get from the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 Plus, except for that OLED display, right? And also, you don't have the dual front-facing camera that you have on the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 Ultra. So if you're just looking for the best at the best price, I think the S8 is the best value. Like, I think it offers the best value. Now, if you're looking for something that's going to offer you value and also a top-notch display, then go for the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 Plus. That's where you get that Super AMOLED display. And if you're looking for kind of that middle child, right, so it's stuck between the Ultra and the regular S8, you could go for the Galaxy Tab S8 Plus. You know, in fact, people say that that's the best of both worlds, which I guess I could see why, because it's a large tablet, but it's not as large as the Ultra. And at the same time, it's not as small as the smaller Samsung Galaxy Tab S8. So it's kind of like in the middle, right? It gets that OLED display that the Ultra has, and then it gets, you know, maybe the performance that the regular S8 has. So I guess it is kind of the best of both. But the way I see it, the Tab S8 is the best, simply because, you know, it doesn't necessarily have the OLED display, but it has the performance that it has everything else that these other guys have, right? It has an amazing Samsung S Pen, but it's not the same level as the S Pen that you have on the, you know, S8 Plus and the S8 Ultra. Now, if you are an artist, go for the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 Ultra if you can. That's the best tablet for artists because of the massive canvas that it offers when it comes down to like drawing or whatever you artists do, professional artists do, right? When it comes down to all of that, just go for it if you have the money for it. Now, you don't necessarily just have to be an artist in order to go for the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 Ultra. You could just be someone who just want a very large tablet, then go for the Ultra. If you just have money to spend, go for the Ultra. If you just feel like buying the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 Ultra, go for the Ultra. When you're looking at all three tablets, if you were to just close your eyes and just pick one, you couldn't really go wrong, unless of course you're one of these people who need a specific tablet for, you know, maybe you have a certain set of skills that you want to use for, like, let's say for example, you're an artist and you want something that's going to help you with that, or that's going to be very convenient to use, you know, for your drawing and all that. So obviously the Galaxy Tab S8 Ultra. But otherwise, if you just close your eyes and just pick one, you should still be good. These are the best Android tablets on the market right now. And generally when I say this, there are people who will say, well, you know, this one is this way, this other tablet here has this feature that the Galaxy Tab S8 doesn't. Like I always say, we can go back and forth and I could be like, okay, well, this one has, you know, this feature that one doesn't have, right? We could go that. Now, generally when I say these are the best that you can get on the Android, you know, within the Android realm, I simply mean that, you know, when you take a more comprehensive look at these tablets, right, they have a lot more to offer. So beyond just the devices, beyond having the Galaxy Tab S8 like this, when you're looking at the support, right, software support, you have Samsung supporting these for 4 years, up to 4 years, and then 5 years of security updates, right? As opposed to something else that you can point and be like, well, the Huawei, I don't know, Xiaomi, this one has this that Samsung doesn't. But I could tell you, well, they don't even support that thing. They support maybe for a year or two, if that, right? Or the Lenovo, actually you get, if you're lucky, you get a year support, right? So you have to take a look at that. You have to take a look at the level of continuity if you have a Samsung Galaxy tablet, right? With the phone, the watch. So you have that ecosystem that is not available, or even if it's available with other manufacturers, it's not as robust as what you would get with Samsung or with Apple, right? So Apple obviously is known to be kind of like the king of that very strong ecosystem that draws you in. Samsung has a very solid ecosystem. So these are things that you have to consider, right? You have to take a more comprehensive approach. Beyond that one thing, what else can I be looking at? Oh, I could be looking at that continuity that exists between all of the different devices, right? So these are just things to keep in mind. I know I'm rambling at this point here, but anyways, that's just my take. What do you think of this? You know, share your feelings in the comment section. I love to get that back and forth going like we always do. I'm going to catch you in that comment section like I always do. Make sure to share the video. Of course, like, subscribe if you haven't done so already. I'm going to catch you in the next video, of course. As always, up until that next video, stay safe out there.